From the Stones of Venice, the savageness of Gothic architecture. I am not sure when the word Gothic was first generically applied to the architecture of the North, but I presume that, whatever the date of its original usage, it was intended to imply reproach and express the barbaric character of the nations among whom that architecture arose. It never implied that they were literally of Gothic lineage, far less that their architecture had been originally invented by the Goths themselves, but it did imply that they and their buildings together exhibited a degree of sternness and rudeness which, in contradistinction to the character of southern and eastern nations, appeared like a perpetual reflection of the contrast between the Goth and the Roman in their first encounter. And when that fallen Roman, in the utmost impotence of his luxury and insolence of his guilt, became the model for the imitation of civilized Europe, at the close of the so-called Dark Ages, the word Gothic became a term of unmitigated contempt, not unmixed with aversion. From that contempt, by the exertion of the antiquaries and architects of this century, Gothic architecture has been sufficiently vindicated, and perhaps some among us, in our admiration of the magnificent science of its structure and sacredness of its expression, might desire that the term of ancient reproach should be withdrawn, and some other, of more apparent honorableness, adopted in its place. There is no chance, as there is no need, of such a substitution. As far as the epithet was used scornfully, it was used falsely, but there is no reproach in the word. Rightly understood, on the contrary, there is a profound truth, which the instinct of mankind almost unconsciously recognizes. It is true, greatly and deeply true, that the architecture of the North is rude and wild, but it is not true that, for this reason, we are to condemn it or despise. Far otherwise, I believe it is in this very character that it deserves our profoundest reverence.